So I want to pose a question. I get this a lot. I'm a tall motherfucker, and people constantly anywhere I'm at, I get asked the same question.
Do you
Either
play basketball?
do you play basketball, or how tall are you, right? And for a while
Right.
I used to be like, I'm gonna write on my shirt or whatever. But there is this thing in society where once you gain a certain level of tallness, and especially if your stature is big, you should be in the NFL, NBA, you should be doing some sort of professional sports. And that's like 0.05% of the population, but for whatever reason, people seem to attribute to that. If you hit 6'5", you're supposed to be some kind of god level athlete, whatever. So, regardless, this fucking video popped on my timeline, and I find it to be ridiculous. But people got to eat somehow, and apparently, this is the economy we've created. So, we can judge for ourselves whether or not this is valid use of his time and God given abilities.
So what the fuck is this tall ass man doing? Cause this nigga like 7 foot. Bruh, god damn.
I seen this. This nigga's sick.
Bro, hell no. This tall ass goof ass nigga. Bruh, ain't no fucking way this man doing this shit. This man is really.
Okay, I don't follow the TikTok dance trend, so I don't know if that's a TikTok trend or if he's just shooting a dumb music video. Is he shooting the worst music video of all time, or is that
He's
that's
definitely
wild?
He's definitely shaming his ancestors. That's for fucking certain. Could you imagine all the heartache and
Can I imagine
suffering?
you doing that? No, I could
Oh
not.
no. I don't even know if somebody had a gun to me and they're like, dance. Like, dog, you just gonna have to shoot me, man. I can't. Dancing is sacred to me. I'm like, I do that in the privacy of my home. I would never, ever put that out for the world to see. And I think we had a discussion about this a couple weeks ago where it's like, I don't think your hips as a man should be that mobile. I don't care how much of an athlete you are.
Yeah, you got to lead with the knees and the elbows. You can't be leading with the hips.
Yeah, you should have like stick figure, rigid type of body movements as a man. I feel like he should be in the NBA. If this was like the alternative to that, like he should have tried harder to play basketball.
Yeah, or at least get buff and fat so he could be the dancing ape. You trying to do a skinny dancing ape thing. This is the worst Ashton Hall remake I've ever seen.
I just don't understand how the progression of like humanity ended up being dancing.
I'll throw a monkey wrench into this one. I always maintain that certain things have intrinsic value, and they try to create importance in society on things that are minuscule, so we don't focus on something that may be important, maybe for some dumb reason, but it's not, physically visible. Similar to music, like think about it, like without society at all, there's still music and there's still some kind of value in music. There's a form of communication that happens that maybe is not in our frontal lobe that we are participating in when we listen or create or make music, whatever. And I think this is the same thing with dancing. Of course, we know that some animals do like mating dances, and stuff like that. So it's a way, it's a way to communicate sexually. We know that for sure for women, twerking and all that. But yeah, in the beginning of society, you have dancing. Then you have accountants and lawyers and kings and queens. And then when we evolve all the way, for some reason, all everybody wants to do is dance. For some reason, they all just want to do TikTok dances. I don't get it. Maybe there's some higher form of intelligence that's going on or communication in the world of dancing that we are not picking up on because it's not our area of study. Who knows?
I like to think it's some sort of response to the fact that we don't get enough stimuli and exercise on a daily basis. So we're trying to figure out different ways to get that energy out. So like, autistic wiggling was the only way we could figure that out. Apparently, without like you can't go on a jog. I started running lately, and I just even feel weird running down the street. Like people are going to call the cops on me. because it's just
Hilarious.
like you just can't trust people moving swiftly. I don't trust it. If somebody's moving fast around me, dog, I seen a little white girl like walking to her car like 60 paces away. I started to slow down because I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna be sprinting at this little white girl at like 8:30
Right,
in the
right.
morning. I'm
I
gonna
have
give
to
her
do
a
that
heart
all the
attack.
time. I have to do that all the time when I'm running as well, and walking for that dang matter. You guys are so weird on the street. That's the most annoying thing ever. I'll be walking, minding my business. I see some ugly bag of bones looking at me like, oh, let me go. Like, bitch, are you serious? I would never allow somebody like you to touch me. Get away. Yes, please divert. Get away from me. You get away from me.
Did you happen to catch everybody talking about